be counting how many people use the word for today. So do well to use it. And also as a listening evaluator, my role is to make sure that everybody is listening. And at the end of the day, I will be asking questions and to make sure you guys pay attention. So thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, Joy. Before Chinere goes, could you flash the word of the day again? We missed it the other time.
Okay.
Who's okay?
Waggish.
Yeah. Also, if you can have it in the chat box, that would be nice.
Okay, I'll put it in the chat box.
Thank you.
Can you please share your screen, Tim? Or is it possible? You don't have it on your
sharing my screen. Yeah, it's on my screen now. Are you seeing it?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Waggish, humorous in a playful, mischievous, or fictitious manner. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, TM Chinyere. Waggish. I kind of like the word because it sounds a bit fancy. So I will try to be as waggish as I can in putting or sharing my next speech. I hope that counts for something, Tim Chinyere. The next role player I would be introducing is one of my personal favorites, TM Queen. She joined Toastmasters in 2016. She's the current VPR of Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters. She is a dance and fitness instructor. I love to dance. I hope I can shed some weight doing that. TM Queen, can I be one of your proteges? She also loves to read and write. You are very welcome. Could you please introduce your role for the day? Please go ahead. Yeah.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the table talk section. So this section is designed to help you deliver impromptu speeches based on the questions or comments I make. Just as TM Shayo mentioned already, a timer, you have 1 to 2 minutes to give this speech. Today's theme of being a champion is very timely because of our contest, which was last week, where we had 2 champions emerge. So let's appreciate TM Dara and Ayotola, who will be representing the club in the next level. Okay. All right. Part of being a champion, the first step is to participate. And so I urge everybody to participate in this tabletop section. I myself participated in the contest. Another friend of mine, like I came third at the Tall Tales topic segment. She's like, oh, congrats, that's so nice. How many contestants? I'm like, okay, 3 contestants. Said, oh, so you came last? I'm like, no, I came third, stick to the numbers. But participation is the first step, so let's participate. The first question, please, if you want to participate, please turn on your camera. You can make a comment on in the chat box, or you can put your hands up using one of the icons so that I can call on you. So do we have our first volunteer? First volunteer.
Volunteer.
Should I scroll and look for who to volunteer somebody? Okay. TM Taye Oloria. Okay. So first question. You won't lose any excess weight gain during the lockdown. As a champion, what would you do?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
We can hear you.
Correctly. If I heard you
correctly, you didn't get the question.
Let me repeat it.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're trying to excess weight gain during the lockdown. As a champion, what would you do?
Thanks a lot for that question. So if I'm trying to lose excess weight, right, gain down during this lockdown, what will I do as a champion? Now, a champion is someone that has a goal, right, and details, plans, and steps as to how he will achieve it. So my goal in this case would be to lose weight. And how will I do that? Now, as someone that wants to be a champion, what I would do is I would detail steps, right? The things that I will need to do, right, to lose that weight. So you would see, for example, I would say I'm going to exercise 30 minutes a day for 3 months, 4 months. I'm going to cut down what I eat. I'm going to start eating fruits. I'm going to do better. These are the steps that I'll begin to detail, right, to become that champion. Now, that's step one, detailing what I'll need to do. Then I'll need to really sit down and think, do I have the capacity and the time to achieve this? If I do have the time, I'd have to check again, do I have the motivation to achieve this? Because that is what separates the champion from those that everybody wants success. Everybody wants to have a nice, not everybody, but some people want their body shapes to be in a certain way, right? But not everybody achieves it. Why? Because people tire out as time goes on. And that's what I'll need to check. Once I check my motivation, once I check that my plans are set, I'm sure that I'll be on course to be a champion and achieve my goal of slimming down after this lockdown. Thank you very much.
Thank you, TM Taye, for that impromptu speech. Okay. So our next question goes to TM Stallone. Who is your favorite sports or business or whatever industry champion and why?
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Who is your favorite sports or business or other industry champion and why?
All right. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, everyone. Morning still, fellow Toastmasters and friends. My name is Stallone Obremi Samuel. It's been a while. So my favorite industry champion, sportsman, or whoever, who's the person? Okay, my favorite sports person or fitness person is Queen Mpobre. Why would I tell you that? It's because she's already, I'm not trying to be waggish. I'm just trying to be real. I see she's blushing. Don't fall off your seat. I told you already, you're looking very beautiful. And so you're my favorite sports person and you're not proud of, you're not shy about that. You are so open about that. You're a dance queen. And I look forward to being one of your students. I don't know if you are going to allow me. And why is it that I look forward to always hear you talk about what you do? It's because of the passion with which you say what you do and you are not shy about it. And then again, it's something that sometimes people think, is that something I really want to do? Is it dance instructor? But I see the way you carry yourself. And you know, for me, I'm a shy person and I'm trying to be like you, being bold, telling people what I do. And that's why you're my favorite person, trust me. And like I said in the chat, you're really looking really, the timekeeper is actually frightening me. So I've got to stop. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, TM Stallone. I'm holding on to my seat. Okay. So for the next table topic, we have TM Jayola. And my question goes as this. Champions are not born, but made. Do you agree or disagree, and why?
Hello, Toastmasters and guests. So my question is, champions are not born, but made. I agree. I believe that champions are made. I don't really believe that champions are born, because what really makes you a champion? Now, that is the question that we should be asking ourselves. For me, what makes a champion is the resilience. To be able to push through impossibility, to be able to go above limits that has been set by man, by people. Basically, the way life is there's always a certain level of limitation that is placed upon people. Let me use Cristiano Ronaldo as an example. Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the best footballers in the world, came from a poor family in Portugal. And right now he's the best footballer in the world. Why is he the best footballer in the world? Why? Because he has been able to put in the effort to push through impossibilities. When they told him that, no, it's not possible, you can't do this, he said, no, I can, and kept the effort and tried and tried and tried and tried again. He practiced until he became perfect. And that is what differentiates a random person from a champion. That's what makes you number one. That's what makes you the best. To be able to push through barriers, to be able to push through the impossibility and become what people actually did not believe you could be. To become a champion. Resilience. That's the way to becoming a champion. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Okay. Thank you, TM Jayola, for that, for giving us the ingredients of being a champion. For our timer, do we have time for one more person? I'd like guests to give it a try. Any courageous guests in the house? Timer? No.
She said yes.
Yes, we can give it a try.
Okay. All right, so I guess we will wrap this up. Thank you, everybody that participated in the table topic section, and to you, the Toastmaster.
Thank you, TM Queen, and for all the wonderful speakers this morning. I was saying to myself, thank God I did not raise my hands today. Okay, very quickly, we would have the polls go up. Can the table topics evaluator let us know if he's present? He is, in the person of TM Abubakar Gimba. TM Abubakar is the secretary of our prestigious club, Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters. He joined Toastmasters in 2018. He is a project manager. When he's not eating or sleeping, he does some reading. TM Abubakar, can I guess what you've had for breakfast already this morning?
Oh, it was fun.
Okay, you're very welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that wonderful introduction as well. I see that the polls are still on, but I think they'll go off in a few seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Please, let's give the speakers today a big round of applause. Those were wonderful speeches. Along with the table topics mistress, her questions were wonderful and stylishly creative. Now, who gave me the job of table topics evaluator today? These people are really wonderful speakers. I see Taye. Taye has improved a lot. Toastmasters Talon is back. He's like the king of table topics. And also, Toastmaster Jayola has improved his game, really. Today is going to be a difficult day for me, but I'll still go ahead and see what I can do. Now, the first speaker, Toastmaster Taye Oloriade. I really admire you as a speaker. I've watched you grow. I remember your early speeches. This is a marked improvement. You started with good gestures. You know, your gestures were on point. You didn't get the question at first, but you were able to, it gave you time to think. So you're able to incorporate your speech. You had a very good flow. Like I could sense an introduction, a middle, a body, and an end. So your speech was well crafted. It was almost as if when you were waiting for the question to be heard, to be repeated to you, you kind of thought about what you were going to do with the table topics, and it was commendable. It was wonderful. Well done. The only thing I would have preferred, now that you are standing up, you've raised the standard for yourself. So I expected you to move around a bit, you know that trick that you're supposed to make a triangle on the stage. but you were standing still. I actually expected to move around, you know, when you're talking about your goals as a weight loss champion, I expected some movement, you know, make a gesture or something. But all in all, it was wonderful. Let's not forget, these evaluations are subjective. These are my opinions, my view of what you should do. So then finally, you ended with very good content. And also the fact that you volunteered. I love that. So thank you very, very much. Toastmasters Talon, Samuel, as always, wonderful speaker, amazing voice, good gestures. You took the table topic as if it was a prepared speech that you're supposed to do for all this time that you've been away. It's kind of like a redemption. So you did well. You did well, Toastmasters Talon. The only thing I would have preferred, you know, you were seated down. I couldn't, for someone of your standard, I couldn't pick a beginning and an end. So it was like, I mean, it was a funny speech, but I expected like an introduction and a sort of an ending, you know, with the experience you have. But it wasn't, this doesn't take away from your speech. I actually love the fact that you had very good content. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Stallone. Then Toastmaster Jayola, man, you've improved a lot. Your speech was on point. I loved everything about you. Your vocal variety, you know, with the content you were doing, your gestures were moderated. You had very good flow. You know, it was wonderful. The only thing I would have loved if you had done, I noticed you were seated down. I mean, if just like Toastmaster Saye, he was standing up. So I expected him to move around, but for you, you were seated down. I would have expected to maybe see some movement, you know, maybe stand up. It would have infused more commitment to your speech. But apart from that, I really loved everything about your speech, your moderation as well. And then the gestures, I have to commend the gestures as well. They were on point. So thank you very much for your speech. Thank you very much the rest of the table topic speakers. All of you volunteered. So the table topics mistress didn't have a hard time picking you guys. So thank you so much. Toastmaster Joy, over to you. Your mic is off.
Can you hear me now? Tiam Abubakar, I was saying that you haven't told me what you had this morning because I perceived that you've had some tuwo shinkafa.
Tuwo shinkafa, me alone. You can have some if you want. I'll send it over to you.
No problem. Thank you for that very on point evaluation. I couldn't have evaluated anything differently. I thoroughly enjoyed listening to all of the speakers. Toastmaster, timekeeper, do we have time for a short break before we move to the prepared speeches?
Yes, please, we have time.
How much
2 minutes.
time?
Just 2 minutes.
Okay, so 2 minutes. 2 minutes to mingle and network. TM Stallone, I enjoyed your speech. It was waggish.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. That's my.
You're not allowed to show your face without showing your baby's face. We want to see mommy and baby together.
Okay, what about daddy and
problem.
baby?
She's coming. Mr. Stallone, there's no gender issues here, right?
Don't worry, I won't steal your shine. I won't steal your shine.
Wait, when she's around, Toastmasters.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah, we can hear her.
Stallone, welcome back.
Yeah, Stallone.
Yeah, okay. Chief Salif.
Welcome home.
Yeah, welcome home.
Welcome home.
I like your new hairstyle.
It's a I'm not going anywhere, and so nobody is looking at me. So if I was going to Queen's studio now, I probably would.
CM Queen, you have 2 people that want to join the dance.
Looks waggish.
The dance class. So you have 2 customers.
Thank you. We need money this period.
Please
Do
tell
they
us
pay?
your rate and venue
Do
so
have
that
to
we
pay?
can sign up.
Do we have to pay?
Well, I'll let Queen answer that.
Queen, you're not saying anything.
It's not a palliative. You need to pay.
What? There's no palliative here.
You need to pay.
Okay, it is noted.
Okay.
Yeah, Molanre Waju.
NTA News.
And this timekeeper is so active.
That's it.
The timekeeper is Ash. Waggy.
The timekeeper
That's
is
it
the champion.
for the breakouts. So we move very quickly to the second part of the meeting today. We have 3 beautiful speakers and I can't wait to listen to them. The very first speaker who will be gracing us with his speech this morning is TM Chinedu Ariekbere, who will be evaluated by TM Jayeola Koka. So TM Jaye, could you please read out his objectives to him?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. TM Chinedu, this would have been a very great opportunity for me to be waggish, but I'm the evaluator, so I have to be serious. Your objective is to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as learn, practice, refine how you use your non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. So, TM Chinedu, I want you to break your leg. Thank you. Interesting.
Okay. Hope everybody can see. Can everybody hear me?
Turn off your, we can see you and we can hear you.
Okay. This was how I walked after I nearly lost my life when I was serving my fatherland. Good day, Toastmasters and guests. This is a story that I find difficult telling, but today I wish to share it with you. It was on 11th August 2011 in Gelengo village, Balanga local government of Gombe State. That fateful morning, I woke up with a smile on my face, not knowing what the day would bring. At about 5 p.m. in the evening, I went to the pit toilet to answer the call of nature. Coincidentally, it was actually the first day that I will have to use the toilet, because most often I go to the bush. People that live near bushes or that attended some kind of local institutions can relate to this, right? Yes. I walked to the toilet outside, entered, locked the door behind, placed my nylon on the floor. As I was about to hunker down, the next thing I heard was boom! In 3 seconds, I was falling in. I couldn't believe it. I shouted, Jesus! Luckily for me, the hole wasn't that deep. So I struggled, and I was able to climb up at the base. But immediately I placed my leg, another area again broke away the second time. Boom! I was falling in more deeper. I was like, God, please help me, please help me. I started shouting, help, help. I tried the 3rd time. I hold a grip and was able to climb by the base the 3rd time. Thank goodness. But the floor everywhere was broken. I have never ever been so terrified ever in my life. And I said, oh God, how will I do? Then the toilet wasn't roofed. That was how lucky I was that I had to use the fence. I held the fence. Then I was climbing. As I was climbing, I figured out that the fence was even loose. I could also break away. I had to hold it with less power. Started climbing. And thank goodness I was able to climb to the top. Then I threw myself at the other end. That was even when my fellow corps members ran to my rescue and they held me. They was like, what is going on? They were so in awe. They carried me. They washed my dirty body, then took me to the nearest clinic. That was where they treated me and actually treated the minor bruises that I sustained. Late in the evening, I was discharged. But guess what? Immediately I stepped a foot outside to walk home. Fear gripped me like as if the ground would open. I had to, when I fall, they held me. They thought it was about the injury that I sustained. No, it was about the fear that the ground could also open to swallow me. Luckily, I went home that day, and I was thinking within myself, what if I had done just like that? What if preoccupied my mind all through the night? Late in the morning the next day, I woke up. And thank God, my fellow corps members from different lodges had gathered to sympathize with me. But guess what again, friends? Immediately I also stepped my leg to walk out. Another area again, as in another fear again greet me, like the place will open, the ground will open to swallow me. I couldn't believe it. I said to myself, hey, June, you ain't serving no more, you are going home. Luckily, my area inspector actually came around and he told me, don't worry, you will be fine. Just take a day or two off PPA, you will be okay. Imagine the look I gave him. I was like, really? Are you serious? I told him, sir, that I'm going home. I want to go and see my family members. And he granted me permission. I traveled. I spent 2 good months at home. My parents really didn't allow me to go back to complete my service. But I had to. I ain't got no choice. And that was how I was able to travel back and completed my service. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, after many years of this incident, at the lobby area where I rented my new apartment, it seemed to me like the area is weak and could give away at some point. I was so afraid again. I called the plumber guy that was fixing something to come and check. He went there, he marched on it. He told me that the area is okay. I had to also invite my new neighbor. He came, he banged, he marched on it. He told me that all is okay. It took them several minutes to convince me that all is well. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I wish that today would be that last day, that I will have that confidence to say to myself, Ibu, the ground is not opening to swallow you. Not today, not tomorrow, and not in your lifetime. Thank you for listening to my story. A Toastmaster.
Thank you, TM Chinedu. He says the ground is not going to open. It never swallowed anybody, and most likely it will not swallow you. Not today, not forever. Thank you for that very interesting speech. Without much ado, we will be moving to the next speaker for the morning. Can you please turn your mic on? TM Taye, who will be evaluated by 1 minute. Sorry, I think I missed. The evaluator for Team Taye, please, who is TM, I think I'm mixing up the profiles. Who is evaluating Team Taye? Could you please read his objectives to him?
TM. Hi, TM
He'll
Joy.
be evaluated by TM Ayonfeoluwa Wole Ojo. Are you there?
Yes, please, I'm here. I didn't, they didn't give me the name of the person I would be evaluating.
Oh,
so
apologies. Sorry, I mixed up the agenda. So I'll briefly introduce TM Taye and then you can read out his objectives to him. TM Taye, since joining Toastmasters in 2019, has won Best Table Topic Speaker and Best Speaker. He's a management consultant and the lead of a social impact group. He enjoys playing video games and hanging out with friends as well as reading. So I'd have TM Anyofe please read out TM Taye's objectives to him. Thank you and apologies for the mix-up.
All right, it's okay, it's okay. Hi, TM Taye. So the purpose of your speech is to identify your primary leadership style or styles. You are to share some aspect of your primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. So I look forward to a very beautiful pitch from you. Please go ahead.
Thank you, TM Ayonfeoluwa. You're selfish. I'm selfish. We are all selfish. That was a statement made by my boss of about 5 years ago. He said this, and I couldn't understand how he would say, I am selfish. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. In this speech, I'll be sharing different leadership styles and the key considerations that you will need to know how to adapt to your team, to your team. Mr. A, for example, my boss of 5 years ago, he said that we were selfish. And I was particularly shocked. Why would you say that? Then when he explained and when it went on, I understood what he meant. Now, he had these meetings where he would call all of us. We're software developers and try to motivate us, try to inspire us. Sometimes it will be waggish. Sometimes it will be motivational. Sometimes it will be inspirational. What was he trying to do? He was trying to inspire us to achieve a lofty goal. We're trying to build an application that was innovative. He wanted to create an atmosphere for us to think, to be creative. That type of leadership and that style of leadership is called the innovative leadership style, where you have a high objective or a lofty goal that you want to achieve, and you motivate the individuals that you're leading, you motivate them to achieve that. And that's what he was trying to do. Moving on from that leadership style, there are two other leadership styles I want to talk about today: the coaching leadership style and the pace setter leadership style. In the coaching leadership style, you have a leader who is working with team members who are at a lower level of skill and trying to bring them to a higher level of skill. So for example, you have a teacher that is bringing up students who are trying to prepare for an exam. He's bringing them from a low level of skill to a high level of skill. You have a football coach or manager who is trying to train his players to think in a certain way, to do things in a certain way. That is what we call the coaching leadership style. Now, for the pace setting leadership style, you have a very high performing leader who sets high standards for his team members to meet up. He doesn't talk much. He just goes at it and expects his teammates to meet up. Now, this kind of leadership style is used in environments where the time is limited. So you gather high performing individuals who are already self-motivated, right, to achieve the goals that you're seeking to achieve. Now, there are key considerations that will help you choose the kind of leadership style you should apply to your team. Now, they are, number one is the objective that you're trying to achieve. If it's high and lofty, you should take the innovative leadership style. Number two is the level of skill of the individuals that you're leading. If it's a lower level of, if they are at the lower level of skill, you need to use the coaching leadership style. Number three is the time that you have to execute a project. If it's limited time, you need to gather a team of high-performing individuals, right, and use the pace-setting leadership style. Regardless of this leadership style, I'm going to give you a few tips and few attributes of a good leader that once you pick them up, it will be advantageous for you in any leadership style you pick. Number one is that you have to be an effective communicator as a leader. You have to learn to share your ideas in a direct and in a concise manner. Number two is that you have to lead by example. You don't just say, but you do what you say, and you show others the level you want them to perform at. Number three is that you are open, you should be open-minded, right? Not biased, ready to receive ideas from others. Number four is that you have to be optimistic. Be the one that will share, that will be on the positive side, that will look at things, at the beneficial side of things. The last thing is to display integrity, right? You need to be trusted. Your team members need to trust you. So I've said a lot of things, right? I've told you about 3 leadership styles. I've talked about the coaching leadership style. I've talked about the innovative leadership style. I've talked also about the pace-setting leadership style. And I've also told you the key considerations that you need to know. I've talked about the objectives. You should also take into consideration the level of skill and the time you have to execute. Now I'm bringing it all together. I'm going to take us back to what Mr. A, my boss of 5 years, said. He said that I was selfish, just like every of my other colleagues, and he himself was selfish. In understanding what he said, what he meant was this. He meant that every individual has their own interest. They have interest. The team has its own goal, while you as an individual will have your own goal, even though you're part of the team. So it meant that as a leader, what he needs to do is bring our interest and the company's interest to a crossroad and to a meeting point so that we can achieve our goals. And if there's anything you're going to leave this speech with, or leave from all that I've said so far, is that in ensuring that your team is high performing and ensuring that you achieve your goals, you have to be self-aware enough to realize that people are not in your team primarily for your goals, but they are in your team for their goals. And if you're going to function and if you're going to achieve your goals, you have to ensure that there is alignment between the team's goals and the individual goals of the members. Thank you very much, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, TM Taye, for that very educative and informative speech. He says, if you don't leave here today with anything, you must leave with one thing. If you are motivated people, if you are a leader, you must ensure that the goals of the people you are leading also align with yours, and there you would find a common ground. Thank you, Tim Oloriade. Most likely I will not be forgetting that in a long time. The third and final speaker we would be having for today is TM Lekon Anthony, who is an electrical engineer with the Total E&P Nigeria. He's a part of many initiatives that focus on helping people achieve their personal goals. Very interesting. He's a competent communicator and leader and has received several awards from the Toastmasters Traditional Education Program. He will be evaluated by TM Ibukun Omishore, who is an insurance broker and fashionpreneur. She's also a competent communicator who loves having fun and meeting people. Can we have TM Ibukun read out TM Anthony's goals?
Okay, good morning, fellow Toastmasters, and congratulations, Toastmasters, in your level 1 and level 2, and project 1 and project So we're moving now to level 3, project 1. And the purpose of your speech is for you to practice delivering a social speech in front of your club members. This speech is for 3 to 4 minutes. I hope you would incorporate a bit of waggish, speech into the whole thing. We look forward to enjoying the speech. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Lekan.
Okay. Good afternoon, alumni of our great school, Baptist Boys High School. I am very excited to be presenting the award for the Alumni Personality of the Year to a deserving personality. This individual has done a lot to deserve this award. The selection of the recipient of this award is a responsibility that the executive committee of our great alumni holds in high regard and with a great sense of responsibility. All the nominees for this award contributed to the achievement of the objectives and the goals of this alumni for this year. Our honoree, however, went the extra mile. He not only ensured that he achieved all the responsibilities assigned to him, he also volunteered and assisted other project teams in the completion of their assignments. As most of you are aware, the major goal for our alumni this year was the construction of a decent and befitting toilet for our great school. This vision was born out of our memories of how we used to journey into the bush to answer the call of nature when we were still in school. Coincidentally, and should I say waggishly, the recipient of today's award was once pursued by a venomous snake during one of his journeys to answer the call of nature in the bush. For him, this project is both important and personal. When it seemed as if we will not be able to deliver this project in time, today's honoree flew in from outside the country to personally supervise the completion of this project. Not only did he do that, he also recruited additional workers so as to ensure that this project is delivered in record time. All of this he funded with his personal money. Today, we have commissioned on behalf of our great school a first-class 21st century toilet that is befitting for our children in today's world. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to please give a standing ovation, if you may, to our Alumni Personality for the Year 2020 as it comes to the lectern to receive this award in person of Babatunde Badmus. Congratulations. The Toastmaster.
Thank you, TM. I was wondering what's going to happen next. Thank you for that very waggish speech. Isn't it interesting that we have two prepared speeches where the speakers are talking about people answering the call of nature? What is someone thinking? What's happening? You know, very, very interesting coincidence. I will be calling for the votes for best speakers. So if the polls can go up now, that would be great. Can we also have the evaluators get ready to evaluate the speeches? The first evaluator to be going up is TM Jayola Koka. Please get ready. The polls are up. Please put in your votes for your favorite speaker. Okay, without much ado, can we have TM Jayola Koka?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. And thank you, TM Chinedu, for your waggish speech. It was very humorous and I really enjoyed it. So your speech showed that you have passion for storytelling. And my role was to watch how you implement your body language in your speech, and you were descriptive in your actions, and it also showed in your voice. And I think that is commendable. Now, I want you to work on certain things in your speech, and I've broken them into three. So the opening, body, and closing. Now, in the opening, I noticed that you started sharp. It was a sharp start. So let me give an example. Imagine I want to say going to the market, and I say going to the market. So I was in a shock because it was too sharp. I feel that you could have reduced the sharpness of the opening. Now for the body, I feel that you can work on your pauses. I'll give an example. There was a part when you said, and I shouted, Jesus! Luckily for us. See, so I would have expected, and I shouted, Jesus! Luckily for us, like there should be a pace, there should be, pauses. I did not really see that. For the vocal variety, I noticed that your vocal variety was a bit up and down. So let me give an example. At the point you'll be like, and I was going to the market. So like it was high then down, and I was like, it would have been nice if it was a bit paced, or if you are going to go high and down, you should follow the structure of your speech. It should flow with the speech, basically. Also, I feel your body language was not so coordinated, and it was a bit much. So it's always good that your body language should be focused on certain areas you want to emphasize in the speech, and it should show. There was a part when you said that you were sad, or you were crying, or you were not clear, or you were thinking about yourself, and then all of a sudden you were saying it with so much energy, and I was really sad, and I was like, this does not sound like someone that is sad. You're meant to pass your emotions to us through your speech, and I would have expected that from your speech. Also, I would also like to touch on your clarity. It was not as clear. Your words were not as clear, so it undermined the message that you were trying to pass. Sometimes it was very hard for me to listen to certain areas of your speech, but overall it was a humorous speech. I really enjoyed it. I'm sure if you work on all these areas, your next speech will be the bomb. Well done, Toastmaster Chinedu. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, TM Jayola. Next up, we would have TM Ayanfe, who will be evaluating TM Taye, I beg your pardon. Do we have TM Ayanfe? If she's not available, she's probably having network issues. So we would move to the third evaluation while somebody tries to reach out to her. So we'll have TM Ibukun evaluating TM Lekon Anthony. TM Ibukun, are you there?
Okay. I'm here. Thank you so much, the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Lekon, I loved your speech. Please, wherever you are, just give him a warm round of applause. You had a well-organized, well-delivered speech. It was clear. We could hear you clearly. Your vocal variety was on point. Your gestures were purposeful. Your body language, and you were really comfortable giving that speech. I loved that you kept us in suspense because we kept on waiting. Who is this person that they want to honor? You gave us a criteria for choosing the awardee. That was splendid. I loved that you also incorporated Toastmaster Chidi's speech because I was wondering, oh, what's happening with this everybody answering to the call of nature. I loved your hand gestures. They were really, really purposeful. I also love that you brought in another role player and you made your speech really, really waggish at the end of the day. What is there not to love about your speech? I really could not pick out anything I did not like about your speech. So overall, I'll say well done and congratulations. I look forward to you speaking the next time. Thank you very much, Toastmasters.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Ibukun. Do we have TM Ayonfe available now? Did someone try to reach her? I sent a message across. Presido, can we have someone do the evaluation? I think TM Ayonfe might be having challenges with her internet.
Okay. In the absence of TM Ayonfe, let me hazard an evaluation.
TM Taye, are you available for your evaluation?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
A round of applause to TM Taye for that wonderful speech. TM Taye, great job, great job. I've never ceased to amaze me. From the one, your confidence has been unwavering, even from table topics and all of that. And you impressed me a lot. You have this level of confidence that amazes me, and I commend you for that. This confidence you showed throughout your speech. Your speech is well arranged, well ordered, a clear attribute of a leader who knows where he's going. You started, and when you started with a good bang, you took us along with you. You have good diction, you have good use of the English language. Your sentence construction was epic. It's actually a speech that it is difficult to, you will know it's difficult to hold people's attention because it's bereft of all the emotional things that are tied. But you did it in such a way that we could follow through. You showed that you had good knowledge of what you are saying. I am so much. Could we please give a round of applause again to TM Taye for that wonderful. What?
Thank you, TM.
I think you could have done better. I'm not done yet. Is it time? I don't think it's time yet. TM Taye, what do I done better? Because like they said, feedback is the breakfast of champions. While you were speaking, I didn't see you use the stage that much. You were at a spot. You could use the stage, especially when you are transiting from a particular paragraph, a particular level of thought to another. You could move a little bit, or with time, when you are transiting between times, you move a little bit to show that the stage was not used as I would have expected. Apart from that, I love your speech in all. Thank you for that speech and well done. Over to you.
Thank you, TM Salif. You know, they say at Toastmasters, we are champions in our own rights. And one of the qualities of a champion really is to have the ability to step in the shoes of somebody when the person is not available. Thank you, TM Salif, for standing in for TM Anyofe, who has sent in her apologies. Like I thought she had issues with the internet and had to be unavoidably absent at that time. Without much ado, I will be calling on my team members to please give their reports. The polls for the best evaluator have gone up. Kindly vote for who you think did the job of evaluating the best today. And while that is happening, can we also have the role players get ready to give their reports? The first role player I would be calling is the timekeeper.
Okay, well done, Madam Toastmaster of today. You really done a great job. And for starting with the timekeeper report, for TM Taye, for the table topics, he spoke for 1 minute, 40 seconds. For TM Samuel, he spoke for 1 minute, 39 seconds. And for TM Jayola, he spoke for 1 minute, 45 seconds. For the prepared speech, we have TM Chinedu, which he spoke for 6 minutes, 37 seconds. TM Taye, 5 minutes, 49 seconds. Then TM Leko, the time range for his speech was 3 to 4 minutes, and he spoke for 3 minutes, 43 seconds. So everybody was within the time, everybody spoke within the time limit allotted to them. For the counter reports, I'm also included. I guess I used the first fillers the most today. Then TM Joy used the first fillers 3 times. That's TM Joy. TM Jaliola used the post fillers twice. TM Samuel used it twice, and TM Chinedu used it 3 times. So we're having a tie between TM Joy and TM Chinedu. So what do we tell them in Toastmasters? Don't do that again. That's TM Chinedu and TM Joy. Don't do that again. Thank you. Toastmasters today.
We will not do it again. Thank you. And the next role player who would be giving her report is TM Chinyere, who is our grammarian and listening evaluator. TM Chinyere, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Good afternoon again. So as the role of a grammarian, few people used the word for today, the waggish word for today. First on my list is stallion. He used it once. Jayola used it twice. Taye used it once. Ibuku used it once. Lekon used it twice. Joy used it once. So the quote for the list of things I've been able to jot that I like, per se. Okay, someone said this. Resilience, that's a way to become a champion. I don't know. Are you listening? Resilience, that's the way to become a champion. Who said it?
TM Jayola.
Okay, that's correct. Someone also said this. I struggled and struggled and struggled. Who said it? Someone during his speech.
Chinedu.
Okay.
Chinedu.
Yeah.
At the waiting room.
Okay, someone also said this. The ground is not opening for anyone. The ground is not opening to swallow anybody.
Master Chinedu.
TM Chinedu.
Okay. TM Taye listed some objective of a good leaders. I don't know if you can list it out. If you really pay attention, it listed some objective of a good leader. So let me just give you.
Integrity.
No. It said something like effective communicator, and it listed
Effective
some
communicator.
Innovative
Motivational speaker.
leadership.
Motivational speaker. Innovative.
A leader should lead by example. A leader should be open-minded, optimistic, display integrity. It listed those things. Okay, someone also said, my boss told me I was selfish. Who said it?
Taye.
Yeah. So I'm sure you guys listened, and I'm glad you did with the question you've answered. So thank you. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. Yeah.
Thank you, TM Chinyere, for that I thought I used the word waggish more than once, so I must have said it like 3 times because I was very intentional on finishing.
I heard it once.
I was very intentional on the word today, but I take your report on board. Very quickly, I'll be calling for the results from the votes. Can I please have the results for the votes today? TikTok.
TM Joy, check your private chat.
Yes, please.
TM Joy, check your private chat, please. On the Zoom.
On my phone or on this system? Because it's not here.
Zoom.
Can you send it to me on WhatsApp?
Gimba.
Okay,
over.
I can see it. Okay. Drum roll. So today, where should I start? The table topics winner, the speaker, or the evaluator? Let me start with the evaluator. So our best evaluator for today is Toastmaster Jayola Coca.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Can we still keep the applause going on? Our best table topic speaker for today is TM Taye Oloriade. And the best speaker for the prepared speeches with a standing ovation, if you may, TM Lekon Anthony. Wow. Thank you. Everybody here is a winner, even the role players themselves. What's interesting about Toastmasters is the fact that we're all on a journey, whether you're playing a role or you're giving a speech, everybody is on a journey towards becoming that champion that they have in their mind. And I'd like to make an announcement today. If you'd like to play a role, what role have you seen today that you would like to participate in? Reach out to Toastmaster Abubakar Gimba or TM Queen. Can they please turn on their videos so that the guests can see them, everyone can see them? TM Abubakar is a Toastmaster who loves to eat, and TM Queen is a Toastmaster who is a dance and fitness instructor. So if you'd like to play a role next week, you'd like to give a speech, we want to have a more diverse team playing the role so that we can all grow together. Please reach out to the young, handsome gentleman you can see on your screen right now. And on that note, I will be handing over to the president of Lighthouse Toastmasters, who is a personal friend, TM Rotimi Omotayo Benson, to give the vote of thanks for the meeting today. Toastmaster Rotimi, are you okay?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, TM Salim.
Unfortunately, TM Rotimi is inadvertently absent from this meeting, so I would like to give the vote of thanks on his behalf. He sends his regards to everyone. A round of applause once again to all the role players, the speakers, and to you. Yes, it's been a wonderful meeting because you are all here. Round of applause, please. I can't hear that. Please unmute and give a round of applause to yourself. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please permit me to acknowledge the president of Total Toastmasters Club. Although you have met already, TM Anthony Lekon. TM Anthony, thank you for coming. Thank you for your visit and honoring us with your wonderful speech. You are welcome. Guests, kindly use the link box to let us know about you, give us your information so we can get back to you. Now, I'm very sure you would like to join this interesting family. So please, could you check the chat box? There is a link posted there. Please click on it and put your information. Thank you so much. While you are doing that, something very important for all of us, and that is the renewals is ongoing this September. Kindly renew your registration for continuity. You know, it's the secret to success. Renew your registration, and for new members and our guests, we'll get back to you on how you can join, especially this month of September. It's very critical that now so you can begin with a tide. Thank you. And the wonderful thing about renewing now is that we still accept the quarterly payments. This will be explained to guests that are joining. But for old members, you already know what I mean. So you can pay quarterly and complete the payment by the end of the month as you deem fit. Thank you for renewing. Now it's time to meet our esteemed guests. So if you are a guest in the meeting, could you please mute your microphone and your video? Let us meet you. Your name, what you do, how has the meeting affected you, and let us know if you would come back again. Who's first to unmute? Guests, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Harry Thomas. I'm a project engineer, and I got to learn about the Toastmasters Club from Toastmaster Kai. Yeah, and in today's presentation, I really enjoyed the whole process, how everyone spoke and how they were analyzed. I really enjoyed it, and I look forward to joining in the near future. So yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Harry. I had difficulty hearing you, but I picked your information.
Okay.
Thank you and welcome. Another guest in the house?
Hey, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I'm not sure you can see me. Yes, good afternoon. My name is Olufunso. This is actually my third time of being here, but each time I seem to have a lot of network issues. But well, so far, I decided to come in and ensure I end this thing with everybody. I'm a pharmacist. I work with the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Yaba. And over time, I've actually thought of being part of the Toastmasters, but well, because of my work schedule, I've not really had the opportunity. But since we're able to do it online, I decided I will try and join in to listen in and see how it goes. So, well, I guess eventually I'll definitely be part of the Toastmasters. So thank you. And I've really enjoyed the meeting so far. I think this is my third one. Yes, and the table topics have been really very interesting. So thank you to everyone, and hope to be part of this very soon.
Thank you, Olufunso. Thank you so much. It's nice having you.
Network gone again.
Thank you. I will look forward to you joining soon.
The network is off again.
Well, okay, yes. I think it's the network. Correctly. Thank you so much and welcome. Any other guests? We have Ojo Lakpe. Is Ojo Lakpe a guest?
Hello?
We have someone with the name Rain. Yeah, okay. Hello.
Hi, everyone. My name is Frances in here. I'm glad to be here joining you guys. I'm a tax consultant. Today's session, thank you. Today's session has been really informative and very insightful. I enjoyed every bit of it, from the table topics to the prepared speech. I mean, I learned a lot today on various leadership styles, telling a story, and all what to look out for in presenting a speech and everything. It was really insightful. So I look forward to joining this family. Let me leave it at that. Probably in some time to come or in due course. Thank you.
Thank you. Are you done? I think
Yes,
I lost
I
your
am.
voice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. Thank you for coming. I look forward to having you join us soon. Thank you so much for coming. Rain, is Rain a new guest? Is Tessie a guest? We would like to meet you. Any other guest in the house? Please ensure that you fill in your information on the chat box. The time is fast spent, so we would like to adjourn the meeting and call it a day here. This is expecting to see you next Saturday on the 12th of September 2020. Thank you so much. Have a great day today, and remember, you are a champion. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I am a champion. Bye.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
I am.
Thanks for the work you do at the back end.
Bye.
TM Lekon. Great to have you.
Chief
Salif, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
It's good
much.
to be here. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
In our meeting. I love your speech.
TM Lekon, you didn't tell me which Baptist is that one. Is it which Baptist high school is that one?
Yes,
Baptist Boys High School. Baptist
Where?
Boys High School. Abeokuta.
Abeokuta. That is not the real one. I thought it was the real one.
That's the real one.
I thought it was fictitious.
Let me tell you why it's the real one.
Don't worry, let's not argue. You want to give another speech?
Don't worry. That will be another table topic. That will be another table topic.
Olusegun Obasanjo, MKO Abiola, those are the likes of people that went to that school. Tell me.
Okay,
yes.
that was the whole one, not
Yes. This is about perspective. I'm saying it's not the real one. I don't care who attended, whether it is a Obasanjo, so don't start another speech.
No. It's the result. It's the taste of the pudding that determine how well the pudding was cooked.
Now, I hope, Mr. TM Salif, you see how Leko is lavishly refusing to accept that one is not the main Baptist.
TM Salif.
Yes.
Please be our referee here.
Yes,
you have a school.
Which one is the real one?
From that school.
Don't worry. Let's get Taye in. Taye, what do you think?
Which one? What's your opinion?
Taye,
Which one
because
is the real
you know me, I agree with you about Cristiano Ronaldo. so let me know on what side you are.
You've not stated your position.
Cisco.
Yes, that's true.
Which is the real one?
Cisco.
You know, in this, he gave a whole speech on 21st century toilet built around.
Sorry, TM Stallone.
And I know a particular
let me
Baptist
TM Stallone, let me badge him.
The first in Africa.
Which one is yours? Which one is yours? Which one is yours?
Mine is the Baptist.
Which one is yours?
Baptist High School.
Which one?
Sure,
where?
I'm sure the school was just inaugurated.
Sorry?
I'm sure.
Oh, hold on. Now where?
Baptist High School was just inaugurated, I guess.
Where?
Oleko. I said Baptist High School, Africa.
Africa, where?
No, my Stallone.
I think yours is the real one. I'll go with you.
Thank you. Tell me.
Yours, there is no
Leko has a soft spot for that school, so I'm trying to tweak it a little.
You know, the motto of the school is actually newly second.
Is still going on?
Newly second.
I think they are whining you.
He's whining me.
All right, help me out. I think Taye is unable to help me out. Can you just tell
when was the
is not the main Baptist high school?
Yes, actually. The main Baptist school is in Obanikoro here. I attended that one.
Obanikoro,
what is the name of that school?
Baptist Boys Academy. It was founded.
There is no high there. There is no high.
That's an academy.
There's no high. That's an academy. Football academy.
Yes,
it's
like
an academy. It's different from the main Premier League.
You do other things apart from
that was the first school in Nigeria.
Okay, fine, but that was the academy.
But let me ask you guys.
Okay.
Are you guys saying as Toastmasters, we cannot just agree on one Baptist high school? I mean, just for the sake of it, can we just agree on one?
Okay, I will agree. I will go with Leko, but because there is high there, the other one Taye is mentioning is an academy. There is no high.
The one I'm talking about, there is a high.
That one is Africa, not specific.
And I'm not talking about
Marijuana. Could be high academy now.
Please, I think Stallone is talking about a school he wants to inaugurate sometime.
Academy, you and I know. Academy
it's a good salesman.
Okay.
You does not exist.
Don't worry. Leko, You win.
Yes,
Yes,
Salon
we
is
go
a,
with
is a
you
good
so that
salesman.
you can give
He
us
must be
an
selling
award.
something to us right now.
Thank
So you
you.
win.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Yeah,
Good
I
night,
like that.
everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Congrats, Lakers.
To
Nice
those
speech.
in favor of TM Lakers, say hi.
Hi.
And the eyes have
Oh,
it.
And the eyes have it.
His passion showed in his speech.
thanks a lot, guys. Have a good
TM Salif. I've been a long time.
Are they well, Afa. Yeah, Muslim out. It's been a while, a long while.
The meeting room closes in the next 3 minutes. Okay, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you. Same here. Bye.